The birth of the Roman Empire is the story of an empire that was founded as a small city-state in Italy, eventually became one of the largest empires in the world, and managed to survive for about 2,000 years. In this video, I will explain the extensive history of the Roman Empire, what happened during the transition from republic to empire, and how they managed to reach such vast territories in a short time. The year is 753 BC, although there are not many sources about the Roman kingdom. According to the legend, the kingdom was founded in the city of Rome by the brothers Romulus and Remus. Until 509 BC, it existed as a city-state and was ruled as a dictatorship by the cruel king Lucius Superbus. In that same year, the nobles of the city united against the king under the leadership of Lucius Brutus and took control of the city's administration. As a result of this event, the kingdom was overthrown, and Lucius Brutus announced the founding of the Roman Republic. With the revolution that ended monarchy in Rome, high officials called consuls replaced kings in the new regime. With this system, the powers of the kings were divided among the consuls who held these offices. Another influential group in governance was the Senate, which consisted of members who advised a group of elders. The institution formed by this group was called the Senate, derived from the Latin word senex, meaning elder, thus the assembly of elders. The first military campaign in the history of the Roman Republic was against Veii, a city-state like itself. In 396 BC, Veii, a rich and powerful city near Rome, was besieged by the Roman army, which won the battle. Veii's territories were annexed to Rome, and its wealthy citizens became Roman citizens. Most of the poor population was either enslaved or exiled. Around 387 BC, the Roman Republic faced an invasion by the Gauls from Central Europe. The city was burned and plundered by a 15,000-strong Gallic army, and after 2 years of struggle, the Gauls were finally expelled. Afterward, the Roman army turned its attention to the neighboring Latin states. As a result of the Latin wars fought between 343 and 338 BC, the Roman army emerged victorious and occupied the Latin cities. Rome's increasing power worried the Samnites, another strong state on the Italian peninsula. The Samnites, with significant military resources and a reputation as warriors, were one of the greatest powers in central Italy. However, two powerful states on one peninsula were too many. Therefore, the Roman Samnite Wars broke out between 326 and 90 BC, determining who would lead Italy. The Roman army won against the alliance of Samnites, Umbrians, and Gauls, significantly expanding its territory. Rome's next target was the Greek states in southern Italy. Since the 8th century BC, some Greek citizens had migrated westward from their homelands and established city-states in Italy, as well as in what is now France, Spain, and North Africa. In 280 BC, the Roman army attacked the Greek state of Taras to conquer southern Italy, but was unexpectedly defeated. After defeating the Roman army, the Taras army advanced to within 140 kilometers of Rome, but did not enter the city and offered peace. In 2 wars fought into 70 BC, the Roman army completely destroyed the Greek army and took control of all of southern Italy. Now it was time for the Punic Wars, one of the most important wars in Roman history. The Carthaginian colony, which ruled the coast of Tunisia in North Africa, quickly developed in the field of navigation and expanded its territories to the coasts of Spain, Sicily, the Balearic Islands, Sardinia, and the North African coast. The Roman Republic, however, had set its sights on these lands to seize Mediterranean trade and end Carthaginian dominance. But there was a problem. In 265 BC, the Roman Republic's naval power was almost non-existent. To solve this problem, ships were built quickly, sailors were trained, and they set out on a campaign to the island of Sicily. The First Punic War ended in disaster for the Roman Republic, and the Roman army, suffering heavy losses, was forced to retreat. To capture Sicily, a key point for naval dominance, the Roman army returned to Carthage in 41 BC with a fleet of 200 ships. The Carthaginian army suffered a heavy defeat against this large fleet and left Sicily, allowing Rome to annex the island after 25 years. The Roman Republic did not intend to be satisfied with this success from the Punic War. By 236 BC, they first annexed Sardinia, then Corsica. As a result of these attacks, Rome had weakened Carthage completely. But with the invasion of the Gauls, they had to turn their attention in that direction. Seeing this as an opportunity, Carthage, under the famous commander Hannibal Barca, expanded its borders in Spain, and quickly recovered militarily. Then they invaded Saguntum, a city-state under Roman protection, igniting the Second Punic War with Rome. Carthaginian commander Hannibal Barca harbored such hatred for the Romans that he fearlessly embarked on a campaign to Italy with an army of 80,000 men. He first conquered southern Gaul, then crossed the Alps despite winter conditions, entering northern Italy. There, he confronted a Roman advance army and completely destroyed it. He wanted to continue and besiege Rome, but later abandoned the idea and turned to southern Italy. In 217 BC, near Lake Trasimene, he defeated another large Roman army and reached southern Italy. During this time, the army under Roman leader Fabius Maximus marched to meet Hannibal at Cannae. By the time Hannibal arrived, he had lost 30,000 soldiers and had only 50,000 left. Nevertheless, he destroyed 90% of the 80,000-strong Roman army and captured the survivors. After this defeat, southern Italy came under Hannibal's control, but Carthage, weakened in naval terms, could not send reinforcements, allowing the region to gradually return to Rome. Meanwhile, the Roman navy opened a second front by landing in Carthaginian territories in Spain. In 209 BC, Roman commander Scipio captured Nova Carthago, one of Carthage's most important cities in Spain, and then Saguntum, breaking Carthaginian supremacy in Spain. The war is not over. The real storm is just about to break. In the second part, we will tell how this great showdown came to an end and how Rome turned into a true superpower. See you in part 2.